What's going on, my friends, and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a huge video. I'm so excited for it because we are getting the front axle back into the truck and a whole new front end on it. If you watched the end of my last video, you saw the axle. We got it all painted up and it's looking fresh, as well as the frame itself, which we had most of the frame painted, just not the control arm brackets and a few spots up under here, like where the sway bar was, but we got everything painted up. My Picasso skills turned out really nice. We also took off our brake lines. We're getting new brake lines coming. So it's gonna be literally pretty much a whole new front end, except for ball joints. That'll be in the future. But over here, we're getting our parts kind of staged up. We have a little display area going on just to highlight some parts. We have our old control arms right there. And we're going to be installing our FIREPUNK control arms with the axle today. And these things look so good. I'm really excited to get those guys on the truck. We have a fresh hardware right here as well. We're gonna check those over, make sure all the sizes are correct, and just to make sure those are gonna work for me. If I need to use my old ones, they're right there, so no big deal. But guys, this is huge for the truck. The front end's like the one part of it that I've neglected for years, which is arguably the worst part of the truck anyway, so kind of my bad on that part. But we're gonna have new control arms, the Apex adjustable track bar, 4th gen steering, new steering stabilizer, the Speedlab diff cover. So it's literally gonna be a whole new front end on this thing after this video, and I'm so excited to get this stuff on. But let's start by laying the new control arms out right here, kind of measure them out, try and get them the same size as those the best we can, get our hardware out, check those over, and then we'll be ready to throw the axle in. I have my buddy Garrett coming over to give me a hand putting it in. Just gonna be nice to have an extra hand with me just to help out. So he's gonna show up here in a little while, but in the meantime, I'm just gonna get everything staged up, ready to go. But guys, let's get these FIREPUNK control arms opened up and next to the old ones. Holy crap, guys. These things are so nice. Look at those. That's gonna look sick. That's gonna look so good on the truck. Gosh dang, guys, look at these control arms. Those look so killer. Man, I am pumped for those. So as you know, these are the FIREPUNK adjustable control arms. They have grease certs on them, so they're greasable. They're also rebuildable joints, so that's really nice. I need to get some grease still and pump some grease in there, but we'll do that later. It's not a big deal right now because I'm not gonna drive the truck today anyway. But to set these guys up, I'm gonna measure from center to center on the bushing on the stock arms and try and set them as close to that as possible. And then on the actual cam bolts, these guys we're not really gonna use since they're adjustable. They're not as important as they used to be. However, I'm gonna set these as close as I can to stock, so I'm gonna put these guys back in the stock location. I think factory's like 4 degrees or something like that. I'll put a picture right here of what mine was at. So I'm planning on just setting those right where they were at from the factory, and we should be good to go from there. We're obviously gonna need an alignment after this anyway, so I need to find a shop around here that can align something like this. But either way, man, those look so good. But I'm gonna go ahead and get these set. Garrett should be almost here. Then we'll be ready to rock and roll on getting this axle in. Oh, and this is also the fresh hardware I got. This is just off Amazon, and surprisingly, they're really nice. They have good reviews. I'll throw these in my Amazon storefront. You can get to that in my bio. But really nice hardware, much better than the rusty, crusty hardware that was on it, especially those two. I also recommend a little anti-seize on the hardware when you throw them in, just to keep them lubed up and you don't have to worry about them rusting or anything to your nice control arms. Well, well, well. Look who it is. I guarantee you he has a big Red Bull. What are you sipping on?
I haven't started sipping on anything yet.
I knew it. You gotta switch that sugar-free. Gosh dang.
There you are, senor.
What's up, buddy? Oh, a gift?
Yeah.
Is this a Milwaukee?
Doesn't say clipped on your pocket.
I don't know if I want this thing.
Huh?
I don't know if I want this thing since it was owned by you.
Oh my gosh.
This thing is nice. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, no problem, buddy.
Dude's always got the cleanest shirts on. What do you got today?
This ain't clean.
It's cleaner than mine.
No, it's got stains all over it.
That is not a work shirt. You ready to get after it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let me show you what we got. We got our control arms laid out. We need to measure from center to center on the bushings on the stock ones.
Okay.
Set those as close as we can, and then we'll be ready to start throwing the axle in.
Sweet.
Once we get those set up. All right, we got the upper set already. It's pretty straightforward. Just gonna show you how we did that. So obviously the bolt's stuck in the bushing on this one. It's gonna be hard to kind of get the center. You have to kind of guess. But it's going from the center, and yes, I'm just using the 1 inch mark. So it's this minus 1 inch. But center to center, we're at about 19 5/8, so actually 18 5/8. So it's gonna transfer that over to here. As you see, we're way too long. and right there. So gotta do that for all 4 of them, get them set. All right, we've got all of our control arms measured and set. I was planning on putting the rebuildable side towards the inside of the frame. That's not gonna work on all of them because they're the same orientation. But the uppers, I set the grease port on the top side on the frame, that way I can get to it, and the bottom side on the axle side. And then kind of same thing on the lowers. I might end up switching the lower one on the axle to down. We'll see once we get in the truck. But the main thing is I want the FIREPUNK logo to be, I guess, readable on the lower ones when they're in the truck. So now with those set, we're ready to get the axle slid underneath the truck and try our best to get these put in without banging them up. We may end up using the uppers just to get the axle kind of situated and then swap them around, but we'll decide that when we get there. All right, Garate, let's get this thing slid in. That's also his nickname, so if I can hear it.
Or cigarette.
Yeah, or both.
Yeah.
That works. Garate cigarette?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just a little progress update, show you guys where we're at. I ended up using the factory control arm on this side, just got it bolted up, and that way it keeps the axle from one to kind of teeter-totter on us, just keeps the pinion straight. So we got it on jack stand right now, looking good. We did zip tie the knuckle up again, just keep him from flopping around. But this definitely makes it a lot easier when you get the upper control arm in on this side, and now we can move the other side, get it jacked up as close as we can. Probably do the same thing, put the factory control arm in. And then once we get both those in there, we can just do a little swap-a-rooney and put the FIREPUNK ones in there, and then we'll be smooth sailing from there. So we're just gonna keep working at it. I'll update you guys as we make progress. Okay, now we got this side in. This is definitely the way to go because we had to hammer those a little bit to get them in. So now the axle is just resting on jack stands, we can now install the FIREPUNK control arms. The point of this was just to get the axle like up in the air without kind of teeter-tottering around, because that pinion just likes to flop around. It makes it really hard moving it around. So now that it's on jack stands, we can swap those around for the FIREPUNK arms, and then we'll be smooth sailing from there. Am I right, Garate?
Nice truck driving.
And out with the old, and in with the new. Ooh, let's grab our hardware. Let's get this guy installed. Let's go. That thing looks so good in there. Complements the rest of the axle really well. All right, Garate, hand me that other control arm. FIREPUNK.
Hell yeah, man.
Slide that cam bolt in here.
Oh. Right through the hand. Lovely.
There we are. Very nice, very nice.
Very nice.
Dude, look at that. It just slid right up.
Yeah.
Do the honors, brother. Throw it in there.
That's a big one. Watch your fingers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Up, up. All right.
Oh. Clean. Nice.
Right in the mouth.
Yum.
Right in the mouth.
Remember what I said earlier?
There we go.
It's later. But.
All right, boys. We just got them installed. And man, those look good. Well, you not liking it?
No, they look good. They look good.
We had to fight the other side a little bit, but we finally got it in. We kind of had to swap the upper control arm around. It's like the upper bushing was just a little tight on the upper side of the mount, so we just swapped them around. Other than that, they went in really well. Really nice pieces. I can't thank Garate enough for the help. Definitely was a good help.
You're welcome.
So now we are going to try and lower the axle down and slide our coils in, which is just always a great time. Seems like the coils on these things, or really anything, just want to come out and whack you right in the face every time. That's the goal tonight, to get the coils in, and then we're going to call it a night probably.
It's a very thick round spun rod.
Watch your fingers.
You're good. I think we can. Yes. Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Jack her back up.
Jack them up, Terry.
Coming up.
Yeah.
Claire, sorry.
Definitely editing that out.
You need to put. Are you quit?
YouTube, you didn't hear that. Jack it up.
Sorry.
We are just cooking right along. We have the coils in now. We have the axle on jack stand still. We still need to put the track bar in, which would be next probably, and our struts obviously. And then we have a few more things to button up before we move on to the diff cover and steering link. But it's coming together and it's looking good. Really happy with how these control arms turned out. And I did end up putting the grease certs on the bottom side, the lower one. And then on this side, I put upwards just to protect it a little bit better. And then that one's right chair. And then on the upper one, on the top, it's facing up. So you can get to it pretty easy. And I still need to grease them. But we definitely need to go around and do a little touch up here and there, you know, with a little Picasso action, just because we scratched her up a little bit. But this thing is coming together really nice. Garrett, can't thank you enough, my friend.
Yeah, no problem.
Could not have got this far without you.
Yeah.
And and we did not hurt the truck or ourselves. So that's always good. First axle job for both of us.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
It was
But
interesting.
that's truck driving, right?
Hell yeah, bro.
So this week, I'm gonna dibble dabble with this. Garate might come over and join. We'll see how our schedules line up. But I'm just gonna work on this next week a little bit. Dude's always back there just messing with my tip. Kind of sus. Anyway, gonna come out here throughout the week and just kind of play around, try and get a few more things done. Hopefully by next weekend, we can really hammer on this thing and get it done. So that's what we're gonna do for right now through the power of YouTube. I'll see you in a few days where we'll put on some more parts. Before I call it a night, guys, I was out here cleaning up some tools, just putting things away, and I realized I made a minor mistake. Let me show you what I did. That way you guys don't make the same mistake that I did. I realized that I put the freaking bolts in backwards. Now, there's not really a exact way you should do this. Like, this would work fine. I just prefer to have the threads on this side like they are from the factory. That way I can see if the nut is starting to come loose. And the reason that we did this was just because we were throwing in the factory ones down there. And we were just kind of throwing the bolts in just to hold them in place. And then I just carried that over to these ones. So, minor mistake. I'm just going to swap them around real quick, which I've already started over here. And I also did not put anti-seize on the bolts like I wanted to. And so I'm also slapping a little anti-seize on the bolts just to make this a little bit easier to get out if I ever need to again. But like I was saying right here, I want the nut on this side. That way I can see if it's starting to back off on me and I don't have to crawl underneath the truck to inspect them or anything. I can just kind of look and see what's going on. Something about me, I'm always just looking at things like that, double checking to see if nuts are coming loose or bolts are coming out. And that's just something that I want to be able to see and would notice. So that's why I'm doing it this way. And this is how it is from the factory. Not saying the other way is wrong because I've seen it the other way before, but this is the way that I want it. So I'm gonna swap these around. Enjoy this little clip of me putting this lower control arm back in. Just gonna throw a little anti-seize on the bolts just before I put them in. We'll kind of smear that around. That way if I ever need to take these out again, I know for sure they'll come out. And I really don't want these to be stuck inside my FIREPUNK control arms. Although this truck's not gonna see the weather it used to see back in its good old days. Still, just don't wanna deal with this again. I don't think I've said this yet. These are such nice control arms. Really happy with these. Get our bolts in here. This lower one can be a little bit tricky because of the cam. We're just gonna slide them in there and then I'll adjust them to how he was. Like I was saying, the cam position now is not as important because we'll adjust it with our control arm. But since I set these to pretty much the same factory length, I want to get this in the closest position that it was in. That way it's at least close. I can drive it to an alignment shop. But that's a lot better. I like to see threads on this side. That way I can see if this nut is backing off. So now I'm going to swap the other side. And then I have not torqued these down yet because I want to get my struts and track bar installed, kind of get everything situated and installed before I torque these down. And then after that, I'll make sure to tighten my jam nuts because you do not want these guys loose. So definitely want to make sure you do that. But I'm so glad that we got the axle installed, the control arms in, the coils in. The next thing we're going to throw in is our struts and our shock tower delete plates, and then start throwing in the rest of our parts. But guys, that's going to do it for this video. Like I said in the last one, I don't want these to be too long. Seems like you guys like the 10 to 15 minute range videos. I don't really know where this one's at right now, but don't want it to be too long. So we're getting this video off here. In the next video, we're going to just keep installing more parts like I just said. So we'll just pick up right where we left off. If you guys enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate dropping a like and subscribing to the channel. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.